episode of Dolce Vita. Savor the amazing culinary creations of Catalonia.
Check out the elements that make a luxury home.
Keep up with the latest makeup trends.
Experience elegant ballet dancing and chat with ballerinas.
And share valuable tips to help you reach a holistic life.
Cheers! Des, we always talk about the ways to live a sweet life. Sometimes we go on yacht trips, other times we go indulge ourselves in Michelin-starred restaurants. Those seem to be the ways of enjoying life, but the more I think about it, the more I realize that to truly live life to the fullest should mean more than that.
Absolutely. It's about enjoying and being appreciative of the things we have and living in the moment. Just now you had mentioned dining, and today we want to talk a little about European dining. For Europeans, dining isn't just about taste. It's so much more than that. It's taste and smells and textures and hospitality. It's a whole experience. And I think when it comes to quality of the dining experience, we can learn a thing or two from the Catalans.
I think Catalan cuisine is special because we are in the Mediterranean side, which is we have a lot of seafood, and we work with this seafood. At the same time, we have the mountains, and we normally mix a lot vegetables, seafood, and meat together, and that makes really special food. I think in Hong Kong, the people love seafood, and then we mix with a little bit meat, high quality always. And I think that one in the Cantonese market is really good to go for them. Normally, if you go to Catalonia or Spain, normally the churros we eat is for breakfast, which is normally here is for dessert, which normally never we eat. In the restaurant, we don't have that one. And then we get the twist, and we do savory, and we mix with caviar, because here in Hong Kong, the people love caviar. And why not? We do it like something fried, crunchy, a little bit savory, and then you put caviar on top. It's beautiful, and you know, it's an amazing bite.
Unlike the churros that most of us are used to, which is a foot or longer with plenty of sugar sprinkled on top, the churros here is the savory version. Chef has used sour cream and caviar, and I would never have imagined that these ingredients could go with a churros.
Sounds delicious. Definitely need to try out the churros later. But before I do so, I want to talk about the octopus dish. The presentation of this classic Catalan dish is really eye-catching. Look at that runny egg yolk. And the octopus is also really tender and fresh. You know what? I can eat this all day long.
All right, Joyce, but don't fill up because we haven't tried the signature dish prepared by Chef Fran.
I think the Catalan rice, which is really identical of Catalan cuisine, because normally in the rice, we mix pork, beef with seafood, and here we got this case, it's a sausage and uni. And the uni, we use a high quality uni from Japan, which we approach the Asian products to Hong Kong, and we mix with our Catalan cuisine.
A wonderful meal ends with a wonderful dessert, and there's no exception to our Catalan sensation this time. Apart from bread and wine, cheese is another type of food that plays a very important role in the European eating culture. Believe it or not, people in Europe love everything that is made out of cheese, even when it comes to dessert.
The baked cheesecake here is rich and buttery. It goes really well with the berry jam. This is the first time I've had a molten cheesecake, and Chef has used brie. But for those who want to try making this at home, I can tell you it's not that easy, and a secret process is required to make the cake soft on the inside, but caramelized and structured on the outside. Hey Joyce, you know, one thing I really admire about the eating habits in Catalonia, or all of Spain for that matter, is that people really care about the quality time they spend with family and friends. Instead of scarfing their food down and then leaving the restaurant, they often stay at the table conversing and savoring each other's company. Just like what we're doing right now, sharing a drink after the meal.
So why don't we slow down our pace a little and treasure this rare moment that we have with each other, enjoying this wonderful harbor view of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is without a doubt one of the most crowded cities to live in. With limited open space in the urban area, living outside the city has become an attractive option for many.
Join us at Thai Lam Tuen Mun today to get a taste of what it feels like to live in a neighborhood away from the urban hustle.
Once you step inside the house, you're welcomed by an open and generous space with minimal distractions and a high ceiling, creating a sense of openness for this beautiful abode.
You know, Lena, two sides of the living room have these gigantic floor-to-ceiling windows, and the whole room is super airy, spacious, and well-lit. In a room like this, the best part would be spending quality time with fam.
I completely agree. But you know, sometimes whenever I'm on a house tour, the part that always excites me the most is the master bedroom.
Let's go check it out.
The master bedroom on the second floor is nothing like any other suite you have seen before.
The designer has reserved the entire second floor for the bedroom, making both the sleeping area and the bathroom exceptionally roomy.
Sometimes our physical living space is more than just four walls and a ceiling. It's also a significant factor that impacts how we feel, live, and even think.
From fashion to food, the concept of seasonality is everywhere. Speaking of which, Marcus, how do you plan to upgrade your makeup collection for the heat and humidity of the summer?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I mean, I know I have to wear some makeup to be camera ready, but I think for us guys, we probably just need a bit of concealer, a bit of foundation, and maybe an eyebrow pencil. That's about it, right?
No, to be in vogue, you need way more elements than that. Let's talk to a beauty guru and learn more.
Under the Hong Kong hot and humid weather, the skin is easily to get patchy and cakey after the makeup. So at the moment, we make sure we need to use a lightweight skincare to balance the skin oil production. A lightweight moisturizer is a must in summer because the skin is relatively strong in summer. So if we apply too heavy, the moisturizer, it will block the pore. Last but not least, don't forget the lip care. For the lip oil, you can use it along, underneath, or on top of any color lipstick. It's a lightweight formula to hydrate the lips to 16 hours.
A good foundation is essential to any building. And if you apply that same theory to makeup, then your skin is that foundation. You want to start with a smooth base before applying anything on top of it. Now, for more summer makeup tips, let's find out what are the do's and don'ts.
When you do your summer makeup, we should, according to our skin type, to choose the right skincare and complexion products. And always remember to apply and blend the foundation to your neck. It can avoid the different shade on your neck versus your face. A long-lasting makeup is essential wish in the summer. We recommend to use a lightweight but long-lasting foundation with matte finish. For men, after skincare and sunscreen, make sure you brighten up your under-eye area by concealing the dark circles. And choose the right color match with your skin tone.
My go-to makeup look in the summer is to reach for peachy and rosy hues to recreate that really sun-kissed and glowy natural look like I've just been to the beach. But summer is also a great time to experiment with different colors and textures.
Eyes makeup is always a highlight on the face. A peachy brown eyeshadow palette is definitely the popular color in summer. This seductive, subtle, peachy sunrise look can absolutely stand out from the peach party. You may also add some sparkle shimmer on your eye area. Bronzer and highlighting is also a good idea to create a sunrise glow. A cream body highlighter can also give you a subtle glow under the natural daylight. Bronzing will be the big trend in the coming years. It's not only face, but body. You can create a perfect sunscreen summer glow, and this is a good pick to even out the skin tone for men who love to sunbath during summer. For the lip oil will also be a big trend to serve the function of lip mask to keep your lips always moisturized. A healthy looking look will make you look more presentable and perfect the color payoff if you will use a color lipstick afterwards.
Summer is all about a lightweight, fresh, and long-lasting makeup look. Who doesn't want to look flawless all day, even in hot, humid weather? After the break, appreciate.
Nothing quite spells elegance than classical ballet. From the romantic tutu to the ballet shoes to the graceful yet aesthetically organized movement, ballet is not only a form of art but a feast for all senses. That is why I think it is fair to say that ballet dancers and educators are not only passing on the right technique but also the spirit and culture.
Hong Kong has a very well-developed dance scene, and we have an audience of very diverse interests. Meanwhile, ballet plays a very important role as to keep the tradition, the beauty, and the discipline. Every summer, we will organize big activities like performances, competition, and also masterclass. We will invite masters to come to Hong Kong to teach the young dancers.
Is there an ideal ballet physique and how is it like?
We start off with the head. The head must be quite small in proportion with a very slender long neck, and the length, which comes from the crown, reaches the top of the torso, should be the same length as from the lower body that touches the ground.
Can you walk us through some of the standard classical moves in ballet?
Every day, you start with the very same exercises. So at the bar, we always start with the plie, which means to fold, to bend. So you exercise your knees, and you do tendus, which exercises and warm up your feet. And then we also have port de bras, which means the carriage of your arms, and you stretch forward. So we have about half an hour of bar work. And then we move to the center, where the dancers will start moving.
Ballet is something we need to put a lot of time and effort to master, and it is best for us to sit down with some emerging ballet dancers to learn more. Peggy, with such extensive onstage experience, which show is a personal favorite and why?
My favorite ballet production will be the La Corsaire, and my favorite role is Odalisque, which is performed by 3 female dancers, and I'm doing the first variation, which requires a lot of small jumps, what we call piedi allegro, because I feel like I'm flying across the stage when I'm doing it.
And Vincent, I know that you're studying ballet in Germany.
Yes.
How is it like?
It's very different from Hong Kong. Unfortunately, in Hong Kong, there is no professional ballet school which offers full-time training for my age. But luckily, I've been accepted into a renowned ballet school in Germany. Except normal ballet classes daily, we also have other dance-related subjects, such as anatomy, dance theory, music history, and it gives us a deeper understanding of ballet.
Wow, what an experience!
Ballet is a popular hobby of choice for kids in Hong Kong. Not just an exclusive activity for some, ballet is in fact a sport for everyone, and we certainly need more community support to sustain this form of art.
The beginning of each year is a great time for people to turn a new page. Meanwhile, the end of the year is usually the best for review and reflection. And in this case, I'd say mid-year is probably the perfect time for you to check on your progress. The first half of 2020 has been a roller coaster ride, and I'm sure for many of us, our anxiety levels have reached a new peak. Over the last few months, we've all learned that there are many things in life that we can't take for granted.
Everything seems so overwhelming, and I feel you. That's why today I want to introduce you to a special friend who will teach us how to navigate through life with ease, even during the most trying times.
For the first half of 2020, the changes that I've seen here in Hong Kong is a deeper, sincere, kind connection for each other. And I think around the world too, we've really wanted to connect with those that matter more. Major and key takeaways for this Corona season, as I call it, is that we need to remember this came from wildlife trade, so potentially eating less meat and look at our consumption habits as well.
Meet Christina Lopez McLaughlin, a big name in the local health and wellness world. She's not only a great teacher for yoga, movement, and fitness, but also a holistic wellness coach that helps us find ways of living a healthy and balanced life.
So could you share with us some of your daily rituals?
My daily rituals, so I'll start from when I wake up. So I naturally tend to wake up at 5 a.m. and I will take a few breaths when I wake up. Notice that I'm awake and alive and be grateful for that. And that's my first ritual, is take 3 deep breaths in the morning, scan my body, and then I scan how I'm feeling emotionally, and then make my way into my kitchen. So I'll have a special morning water drink, which is apple cider vinegar, fresh lemon, some grinds of Himalayan salt, and I will drink that with a probiotic, and then I will brew my coffee. So coffee is a ritual for me.
So could you share with us your eating habits?
I definitely try my best to eat food that is what I call alive and colorful. So food that doesn't last long in the fridge, not meaning that because I eat it so fast, but that it has like a lifespan to it. I also eat food that is what I call nutritionally dense. I add a lot of nuts, I add a lot of seeds, I add a lot of nutritional yeast, things that flavor my food but are more natural, so to speak. And then by then, I will start my day, either teach or practice or do some movement myself.
As a holistic wellness coach, what would you say holistic lifestyle truly means to you?
So the word holistic is, for me, whole, an embodiment of body, mind, and spirit. So everything's connected. How we treat our body, what we eat, what we drink, what we put on our skin, how we treat our mind, how we consume, so what we watch, what we read, who we spend time with, what conversations do we have. Also a part of mind management, and that will invoke some kind of stimulation into the spirit.
So could you tell us about your yoga practice and your classes?
I've been using essential oils for almost 10 years. So I use essential oils as any part of my practice at home or at the studios. Or I'll use sound vibration by using either Tibetan bowls or the sound of our voice, you know, when we say Om, kind of getting the students to do that so that we can ground in before we start moving.
So what are some conscious decisions that you can make in your daily life to help the environment a little?
The most simplest is your cup of coffee, which most of us drink. So coffee cups and the plastic on the lids are one of the biggest polluters. I will usually bring my reusable most often instead of polluting with plastic pollution. The second thing is when you do your groceries, or if you even go to some of the great wet markets that we have here in Hong Kong, is to bring your own bag. So you don't get them packaging it up in a plastic bag. You can bring, there's so many people producing bags now. So if you think it's so overwhelming and you're like, how can I contribute to a better environment? Start with the smallest steps, which is at your home and with yourself.
So living in Hong Kong, what are some of the things that we often overlook in our urban lives?
Looking people at the eye and smiling. We're so connected to our phones, which I understand, it's part of my business. We forget the beauty and simplicity of human connection.
So what does it mean to you to live life to the fullest?
I can only speak from my own experience. So the most important thing is when you wake up, do you wake up with a sense of joy? True joy. Do you wake up with a sense of feeling that what you're about to step into, be it work or a relationship, or where you live? Do you wake up feeling light? Do you surround yourself with people that amplify you? Do they help lift you up? Do they question you so that you can push yourselves to fuller, more expansive boundaries of being the best person that you can be today?
That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to find out more about what we've introduced, remember to log on to our website.
In the coming weeks, we'll continue to experience and enjoy